Welcome to all the mini enthusiasts out there. This is part 6. So you can see that I've got these closing panels in there now, and this one, as you can see, is really nice and tight for the valance. The valance is not on, it's just held with these grips, but I just want to make sure that it fits right. And then what I'll do when it is all in place, I'll weld these in place first, these closing panels. And then what I'll do is I'll put a line down, right down there on the side. If I can hold this on there, there you go. I'll put a line down here, and then I know where to drill the holes to tack it on the outside. And you can see on this side, it's looking nice, it's all done there. You can see on this side there's a bit of a gap, so I also need to adjust this plate here. And what I'll do is I'll elongate the hole slightly before I put it in place and make sure it's all going to sit up. You can see it's just a little bit out of alignment, so I'll elongate the holes in here, in this panel here, and bring it back slightly. You know, this is a problem with these panels, they don't always fit, you know, the way you expect them to. So, you know, there's a lot of work with making them right. Just excuse me a minute, I'll get out from under the ramp and take it down. Yeah, so I welded right across the bottom now. The whole boot patch, or the rear of the boot, is welded right the way across. I've got, oh, just be careful there. I've got one of my hoses caught underneath the ramp. Okay, so I'll take it down and then I'll show you in the back, and you can see where we're at. Just get it down low enough so I can get over it. Okay, so there we go, and now you can see I've done all the back is done now. That's looking quite nice. These are obviously brand new. There was a patch put in there. This is complete. Hold it that way, maybe it's better. And you can see that's complete new panel all the way there. That's all been done. To be honest, now I think in retrospect, if I'd have looked at it, I probably might have thought putting a whole boot section in. But when you buy this whole boot section, instead of just this end panel here, you can see I've welded it right the way across, so there's no completely seam welded. When you buy this floor panel, you get it with the internal part inside where the rear seat goes, and it's a lot of work to replace that panel, because obviously the arches all have to be taken out, and the arches were in quite good nick apart from a little bit on that corner there. But yeah, it's coming on. So the next thing to do is you know, I know the rear valance is reasonably good, so I'll take this one out on this side, this closing panel. I'll elongate the holes slightly and then move it backwards, and then I know that the valance is in the right place. One tip I would say though, when you're doing these, I'll just get back out again. When you are getting to the point where you want to put the valance on, remember in this section here, once this closing, well, this will obviously all get painted up and everything, and cleaned up on the edges and welded all the way around. But it's probably a good idea to paint the inside of this, because now that's a box section. So it's probably a good idea to at least prime it, minimum, you know, prime that inside before you go to weld it. So you'd basically you'd paint this section here around to here, the inside of this closing panel and the inside of the closing panel on the valance side, because you're not going to be able to get to that once you've welded it in place. Anyway, so that's where we are so far. I hope that's of some interest to you. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the back. It's come out quite well. It's been a lot of work, you know, but it needs to be done. I want to keep the car, and yeah, quite a nice seam weld all the way along. and obviously I'll paint it in the British Racing green once it's all done. So looking for part 7, and I'll start cleaning up, and the last few will obviously be about putting the subframe on and setting it up and so on. So anyway, thanks for watching in, and if you like them, subscribe, and take care. Thanks for now, bye.